Hey, good morning, or good afternoon already. You won't believe where I am today. I'm actually at Canopy Lake Park with nearly 200 children from the camp. I tagged along with Gurney to see the Kinderlach come have a beautiful day, enjoying. They're all proud. They all have t-shirts that say Camp Gan Israel. And of course, the way we behave is the way we sanctify God's name. You know, in the last few days, there's been a lot of back and forth. The New York Times, CNN, saying that America's bombing Fordow and the 3 nuclear reactors only delayed Iran by a few months in them getting a nuclear bomb. And the Trump administration is saying, what are you talking about? It's decimated everything. And today, Israel came out with their own report that is somewhere in the middle. And then there's the IAE that said that it destroyed everything. You know, it's kind of funny because the New York Times is the one that said, why should we bomb them? Why should Israel go to war? They're so far away from getting a bomb. But now since we bombed them, they seem like they're closer to get the bomb than when before. And it just reminds you that it's all about the way you view things. You know, if I'm walking here today and I'm holding a cup of coffee and someone knocks into me and coffee spills. So why did the coffee spill? Because someone knocked into me? No, the coffee spilled because I was holding coffee. If I was holding Coke and someone knocked into me, then Coke would spill. And the metaphor is like this. In life, you know, something might hit you. But what's going to come out after that is what you're holding in within you. If you're angry, if you're upset, if you're frustrated, if you have hate, then that's what's going to come out when someone knocks into you, when something happens. But if you're kind, if you're gentle, if you're joyful, then that's what will happen to you. And that's how we've seen over the past 2 years, the anti-Semites, the people who spew Jewish hate, whatever knocks into them, the thing that spills out is hate for the Jewish people. You think about this guy, Mamdani, who became the candidate for the Democratic Party in New York City to become mayor of the largest Jewish population out of Israel. A guy who on October 8th, instead of condemning what the Hamas did October 8th, before Israel did anything or went into Gaza, he literally justified what happened and tried to make it like an equation between Israel and Hamas. You think about the hate they spew, and you realize that it has nothing to do with what hit them. It has nothing to do with the war with Hamas. It has nothing to do with the war in Iran or Syria. It all has to do with what's in them, built-in, pent-up hate and anti-Semitism. And really, when you look at the Jewish people in Israel, and you look at what happened since October 7th, we become stronger, we become prouder, we become more resolute to continue as Jews and to do the right thing. That's the story of the difference of the Jewish people and the anti-Semites. It's about what we're holding. Today's Rosh Chodesh, Chodesh Tov. Tomorrow's Rosh Chodesh again as we get ready for a new month, a time of hope and renewal of energy for the Jewish people. On Sunday is the Rebbe's Yartzeit. In the next few days I'll be sharing ideas that the Rebbe taught us. You see, the Rebbe viewed this world and everything that occurred always with a positivity bias, always in a way of the cup half full, always with joy, always seeking out something positive to say about the person. And when it came to Korach and the story of Korach, so we read in this week's Torah portion that Korach came to Moses and he says, Moses, we're all holy. Why do you think you're better to be the high priest or to be the leader? We're all God's children, we're all equal. And we all know what happened with the rebellion of Korach. The mutiny of Korach. It wasn't for good intentions. Korach gets punished. The earth opens up and swallows him and the 250 leaders that are with him. How do you find something positive in such a story? Leave it up to the Rebbe. The Rebbe says like this. Why is the portion called Korach? Why is the portion called Korach? If Korach is a wicked person, why do we name a whole portion in the Torah after Korach? And the Rebbe gives a remarkable answer. The Rebbe says, you see, Korach did the wrong thing. Korach got punished terribly. But there's something noble about his passion that we can learn for our day-to-day life. What did Korach say? Madua tisnasu al klal Hashem. Kulam kadoshim. We're all holy. Why should you be holy? Korach yearn not to have a fancier car, not to have a nicer home, not to go on a better vacation, but to serve God, to be closer to godliness, to spirituality, to holiness. Says the Rebbe, yes, Korach made a mistake. Korach got punished. But we could take that positivity bias and we could look and find something positive about what we can learn from Korach. What is it? And we should yearn for more holiness, for more spirituality, for more kindness, for more connection to our Torah, to our mitzvahs, to who we are. And I always think about the way the Rebbe viewed this and the whole way the Rebbe viewed everything in a positive way. I think about what's going on in the press now and how they're playing, ironically, all the people that want to knock what America did. They're upset that America bombed the nuclear plant. They're upset at Israel. They're always looking for an angle to say something negative, never anything positive. But the Rebbe taught us the opposite. What we learned from Korach is Madua tisnasu al klal Hashem. We have to yearn, just like Korach did, to always become closer to God, to always be more connected to our spirituality, to our holiness. We have to find the right way to do it. It has to be within the boundaries and the limitations and the rules of the Torah, of course. We don't rebel against God's leadership, but within what God gave us. We have a responsibility to yearn to become closer to God. Well, I better go back to the kids. You have yourself an awesome day. Am Yisrael Chai. Be proud, be positive, and always remember, if you're holding something good within you, when life knocks you, that which will spill forth will be something positive.